Christmas is just around the corner, and I've got a special Christmas basket idea for you. Everything in it is homemade and made from scratch. Alongside a Christmas tea mix, the basket also features rosemary-infused oil, rosemary salt, cinnamon sugar, tangerine paste, and apple cider vinegar. Let's start with the oil. In a pot, combine 20 grams of fresh rosemary leaves with 300 grams of neutral oil. Place on the stove over extremely low heat and gently warm up. Cover the oil with a cartouche, insert a thermometer and aim for 85 degrees Celsius. It took me 10 minutes to reach 80 degrees and another 5 minutes to hit 85. Once it reaches target temperature, turn off the heat and let it infuse for a minimum 30 minutes. After that, strain the oil through a sieve into a clean bottle. Optionally, add a sprig of rosemary that was used to infuse the oil. Cover with a lid and voila! Rosemary-infused oil is versatile. It can be drizzled over noodles, used to bake chips, mixed into deviled egg fillings, or used as a finishing oil. Now on to rosemary salt. This one's easy, and I recommend using coffee grinder for a small batch. Add 10 grams of fresh rosemary leaves to the grinder and grind them into an almost paste-like consistency. Add 100 grams of sea salt, but if your grinder is small, add it in portions till it just fits the size. Then combine it with the remaining salt using a spoon until thoroughly mixed. Transfer it to a 200 ml jar. Add some rosemary on top for a nice presentation, screw on the lid, and you're done. Use it to season salads and noodles or as a seasoning salt in your cooking. For cinnamon sugar, it couldn't be simpler. Measure 3/4 cup of granular sugar and add 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon powder for a light cinnamon flavor. Double the quantity for a stronger taste. This ratio is perfect for cinnamon buns or loaves. Mix it thoroughly and transfer it to a 1 cup jar. Insert a cinnamon stick in the center for presentation and close with the lid. That's all there is to it. I received a bunch of organic tangerines as a gift, and I decided to turn some of them into paste. First, cut them into small chunks and measure their weight. Add 50% white sugar based on total weight of tangerines. Mix a bit. You can cook the mixture right away, but I haven't got around to handling it, so I decided to leave it on the counter to ferment, and before I know it, it's been 7 days. Now I put it on a stove, bring it to boil, then let it simmer for 30 minutes over medium to low heat or until the rind is extremely soft. Turn off the heat and let it cool a bit. Then put it in a blender and blend it into a fine paste. Immediately transfer it into sanitized jars. Tighten the lids and place jars upside down. The paste looked like this. If you want a thicker texture, cook it longer. Use it as your regular jam or in a vinaigrette that I'll share later. Now, making apple cider vinegar takes time. I'll have a dedicated episode in the future, so here I just give you a brief overview. Put apple chunks in the container, add plenty of water, followed by sugar. Use a spatula to mix and dissolve the sugar. Cover it with a cloth and let it ferment on the counter for a month. After a month, strain the mixture and transfer it into clean containers. It'd be ideal to ferment it further, but it can be sent as a gift at this stage. So here's a killer vinaigrette recipe using the stuff made previously. In a jar, add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar along with 6 tablespoons of the rosemary-infused oil, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 heaping tablespoon of the tangerine paste, a 1/4 teaspoon of the rosemary salt, and some white pepper to taste. Close the lid and shake vigorously for a good minute, and the vinaigrette is ready to dress any salad that you like. Now regarding the Christmas spiced tea mix, I happen to have this orange flavored black tea consisting of black tea and orange zest. You may use a similar kind of tea if you can find it, but if you can't, just opt for Earl Grey or Ceylon tea or rooibos for a non-caffeine choice. To add the citric touch, peel some oranges, or better yet, use organic tangerines as they're prettier as a gift and easier to handle. Dry the peels on a rag on the counter for several days or until they're hard enough to crack when squeezed. Put the dried peels in a charming bag along with sprigs of rosemary. Tie it up and shape the bag a little. Then prepare some cloves and arrange them neatly. Of course, Christmas can't go without cinnamon. Here's how to make the tea. Bring a pot of water to boil. Blanch 1 tangerine peel for a minute. Take it out, discard water, and put the pot back on the stove. Add 2 cups of water along with these spices and put a tangerine peel back in. Bring it to a boil and let it simmer for 5 minutes. Then add 1 1/4 teaspoons of the tea leaves. Mix a little, turn off the heat, and cover it with a lid to steep the tea for 3 to 5 minutes. If you prefer a sweet version, just add some sugar to your liking, but I don't. The tea boasts mostly cinnamon with a hint of citric flavor, and it can taste a tad of bitterness when hot, but it disappears when cooled down. If I compare it with the one made with the orange black tea, I think the tangerine one tastes better. By the way, you can also add some milk if you like. Here comes the exciting moment of putting together all of the stuff in the basket. Homemade gifts are hearty and special, and you don't need to spend a fortune on holiday gifts. I hope this video will inspire you to make some gifts on your own. My friends, I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.